Frankly, I thought the whole Mel Gibson thing, the anti-Semitic freak-out when he was pulled over for DUI, it was a non-starter. What you gotta keep in mind is that he's fucking Australian, and that whole country is made out of like the worst part of West Virginia. And the only thing that's amplifying his uneducated redneck voice is the fact that he has a metric shitload of Hollywood money. Besides, one time I drank a 6-year Zima and became convinced that Filipinos faked the moon landing. So I just let it all go. So then like a week later I went to synagogue down into the basement where we have the closed circuit TVs and stuff. And like Woody Allen was there, and Goldie Hawn, Paul Newman, Henry Kissinger, the brain of Ariel Sharon, Elie Wiesel, Itzhak Perlman, Sandy Koufax. Everyone was there. Lenny Kravitz. Mel's there in the LA bureau. So we're discussing it, and Mel's all like, well, what if I donate a bunch of money? Oh, gee, how generous, Mel. You're going to give us back some of the fucking money that we gave to you? What a mitzvah. But, you know, he's really sorry, and he wants to make it up to everyone somehow. And so we agree. We agree that Mel can make it up to us. 2 weeks later, I'm getting this work done in my basement, and in order to get it done, we need to pull like everything out of the basement. This isn't a little thing, you know, it's not just like some sofas and the TV. Shelving units we got in there, the water heater, we're talking, the washer and dryer, which weigh a ton. All my gear, all my musical gear, it's like a piano, you know, it's huge, it's huge. And so Mel comes over. And the first thing is he's a little guy. He's smaller than you think. He's 5'2"? Not 5'2", but he's small. But he's strong, he's buff, he's really ripped. And he's really nice. Energy all day. He doesn't want to take a break, and we're just moving everything out like gangbusters. Totally empty by like 5 o'clock. My wife gets home. I'm having a beer, and Mel's having some lemonade. And Mel's got this big stack of papers out. Through it and flicks through it and flicks through it, and finally comes to my name. He checks it off. He's like, okay, we're square, right? Yeah, do you need me to sign something? No. Okay, cool. And then he just kind of like stands there, and he like looks at his list, and he looks at me, and he looks at his list, and he looks at me, and he looks at my wife, and he looks at the list, and I'm like, she isn't on the list, dude. She's Catholic. He's like, oh, good. And he turns to leave, and I say, hey, hold on a second. Right under my name, what do you see there? I see there's like a billion guys with your same last name on this list. Well, the one under there is my son, and you're not square with him yet. But we did the basement all day. My son doesn't give a shit about the basement. He's 3 months old. He loves going for walks. So we take him for a walk around the block, and my wife and I can have some time. He's like, yeah, it's no problem. He picks up the baby, and he goes to go out the front door, and I say, hey, hold it, buddy. What about the fucking moose? So apologizes. He takes the moose. They go on their walk. When he's gone, my wife says, should we give him a tip or something? Ridiculous. The whole point of this is that he's doing it to make up for spilling the beans about the war thing. Paying him, it totally like abnegates the purpose of the entire thing. He works so hard, and she thinks it's not fair for us not to give him a little something, and I point out I gave him the lemonade, and we're going back and forth, and then Mel shows back up. Baby's giggling, and it's great, and it's like he's been telling the baby a joke or something. I swear to God, like he's just finishing a joke, and the baby laughs. Mel gives the baby back to my wife, and he checks the baby off on the list, and he leans in real close. So are we square? Yeah, we're square, Mel. We're square. You're awesome, dude. You're a mensch. Do you think you guys will be going to see Apocolypto when it comes out? We'll think about it.